So today's review is this plastic Taurus. Not sure why I picked this one, but hey, let's go for it. So, plastic, yeah, it's all plastic. Oh, that's rubber. And that is, oh wait, it weighs nothing. There's no weight to this thing. CO2, it's got, well, those don't do anything. This does. You got your one control, your safety. There's no BBs in this thing. I wouldn't be stupid enough to review a gun with BBs in it. Double action, none of that. You don't need to do any of that. Oh, I need to rack my slide and get all cool and stuff and have my... Excuse me while I whip out my gun and rack the slide and shoot you. Yeah. It's got a rail that's not Picatinny. It's got an orange tip and trades. Yeah, that was probably nice and loud through the camera, but we got time to kill. This is not going to be a long review. I can pad this video though. I got other stuff I can look at. I could look at this. This is FNX 45 Tactical from Cybergun. It's supposedly made by VFC, so we can fill out some of the time in the video with this. It's got, let's take the magazine out here. Got some nice trays. They're nice and deeply engraved, so if you like to paint them white or use the crayon trick in there to make them nice and different colored, that'll do nicely. Well, you know, 45 ACP. Yeah, I mean, this is in 1080p. You can. I'm not. This isn't radio. You know what's on there. I can say, oh, it's FNX 45 Tactical with a FN logo, but people are just good there. You know, you can see it. Just consider my narration just extra. It says stainless steel. The slide is aluminum. If this was stainless steel, the gun, it's an expensive airsoft gun. But if it was a stainless steel airsoft gun, it would be much more expensive. Oh, in Fredericksburg, Virginia, which you can probably see too, even though it's pretty small. Made in the USA. Not made in the USA. It's made in Taiwan. I know there's going to be a video of some kid being like, hey, this is made in the United States. But there just isn't. There's some components are made in the United States for airsoft guns, but there's no complete airsoft gun made in the United States as of 2014. Oh, there's only one like made in Europe. There's ASG makes a gun in Denmark, and that's about it. Excuse me, as I cough on camera, so everyone can hear that. Oh yes, we have a individual serial number right there with a QR code, which is the serial number itself. If you want to scan it with your phone and say, hey, that's my serial number next to my serial number. So that's neat. So let's go over these controls. Let's start with this side. So we have the only non-ambi control is the takedown lever. We have some slide releases right there and there. You have your safety right there, mag, release, ambidextrous, both sides. So what's safety lever? So right now, not unsafe. If you cock it and pull down like on a USB, it goes to half cock, and then you have a double action trigger, which is a long trigger pull. But I've noticed on this has an extremely light trigger pull on single action. It's a double action single action gun, and it is just ridiculously lightweight. It's once you cock it and just put it on safe and stick it in your holster. Don't stick it in your holster not on safe, because I guarantee this will probably go off. Like, it's really that light. It's so light, that trigger. There's, I don't know. Not my cup of tea. I like a little resistance, but very light. Very, very light. And let's take a look at this sight picture here. This is, it's going to look upside down because I'm fixing the video in post because I'm actually shooting it upside down. Oh, hey, a fly went by. And you got some nice, the sights are tall to clear a silencer. And up here we have a little plate for a micro red dot. It's 2 Allen screws, and you can pop this off. This one I couldn't get off. This is a gun we're selling, so I'm not going to like jam it with a screwdriver and pop it off. some people have been able to get theirs off, some people haven't. I tried using one of those safe pry tools you use to pop the screen off a cell phone when you fix those, and it just couldn't get it off. So that's something to think about. And if you were to get a red dot, some people have been having trouble getting different red dots to fit. I think there's an NC star that fits or something, but I haven't looked into that. Threading, it's 60mm counterclockwise, just like the USPs. There's a couple silencers that have that in Airsoft, so you know they're out there. And what else do we got here? Let's do the little takedown here. Oop, just kind of right there and forward. Forward. Oh, yeah, there we go. That was not fully rotated. But I could fix it in post as well, as soon as, you know, also flipping the video, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna. So you got a little hop up adjustment right there. I shot reasonably well, only shot at about 40 feet, that's about all the space I have. And a blowback unit, all that other fun stuff. These screws here, take off the rear side so you can take that off. Let's see what else we got going on here. Just kind of put this back, just line that notch back up. Here's the mags. It's sort of a black chrome, gun blue sort of finish. I guess it would actually, it's probably not black chrome. It's probably to look like gun bluing. But the magazines are, it's a big magazine. And it's a double stack, so it holds 25 rounds. Fairly easy to load. You pull this all the way back and speed load them in the back here, upside down. It should stack up nicely. You know, I see people trying to speed load in the top. Some magazines you have to. Some of the KWAs you have to speed load them in the top, but a lot of magazines you can speed load them in the bottom, and it just goes much quicker. I was able to get about roughly 2 mags worth of BBs out of one fill. It's like a 10-second fill. This magazine's huge. So, oh, and this is also kind of unique too. It has the fill up here next to the valve. And got little witness hole markings and all that. Oh, cute. Oh, and they imitated on a rail magazine, they're bent sheet metal and it's welded down the back, but since this is just like one cast piece, they made a little imitation weld. That's adorable. This little bumper with the FN logo on the bottom there. But yeah, so let's give this thing a nice chrono test, then after that we can discuss some of the other points of it. So I'm using 0.2 gram BBs. We're in the 320s, which is good. That's what it says in the box. 328 with 2s, I believe. You know, speaking of, just stop with this shit. 424 with .12s. No one's going to use .12s in any pro line gun, or a gun that costs $225. It's just stupid. Stop doing this, Cybergun. It's just, no one's impressed. Maybe they're impressed in France, but even Palco, your importer, doesn't like that. So stop it. I keep having to explain to like 10 and 12-year-olds that huge numbers on airsoft guns are not awesome. So, yeah, rant over. Oh, I can do more ranting. So, I guess we can do sort of the niggles now, about the little things. Some people are going to expect super high quality for the price. This is definitely a premium price. They're getting up near WA prices in Baruis. So, some people may not like sort of the first run of this gun. This just came out. This is the first run. Some guns had terrible first runs, like the ATP springs to mind. It had like problems with the buffers being in wrong and the slides getting stuck and all sorts of other crazy stuff. But this is not like that. This is better put together. It's the first run, and I'm sure down the road things will get changed or whatnot. And if it puts you off, just remember there's some $600 airsoft guns out there that are complete crap as well. They're just wall hangers.
So first here is this. I've got a big gap, big squishy gap between the slide and the frame. It's nice and tight in the back, not in the front, because there's no segments for the rail for the the rail for the interface between the upper and the lower. But it is what it is. I shot it a little bit, like 40 feet or so. It didn't affect accuracy. It's pretty much only range I kind of can get here inside. So not a huge deal to me, but some people will be kind of put off by that, especially at the price. And what else? Oh yes, the slide release right here on the right hand side of the gun, which if you're a lefty you might use. It doesn't go all down, it doesn't work all the way. It doesn't have enough, I guess it's kind of bending or something, so it can't fully yank that over. Left hand side works fine, and if you have BBs in there you can just, pull back and let go of the power stroke. It'll chamber the next BB. It'll be fine. But, so I guess if you're left-handed, just pull it back and, there you go. So there is that. And sort of the biggest sort of bugbear about this is the RMR plate not being able to come in. I've seen some people get it off online, and some people haven't been able to get it off. But some people have tried it with actual Trijicon RMRs and stuff, and they don't actually fit. Which, it's kind of annoying. It's sort of a feature. I mean, it shows in the box. It shows a little, it's a Dr. Red sight. So maybe the Dr. Red dot will fit on there. But I don't know, because I don't have one. And I can't get this off, so I can't try it. And there was some grease on it too when we got out of the box. I thought it was abraded in shipping, even though it's in a sort of a plastic tray inside the case, inside the box. But it just turned out it was just sort of dark gray, thick grease, so I just cleaned it up. You can actually see some of it there. I greased it pretty heavily. I'm sure if you clean this out, clean that grease off, and put some silicone oil in there, you probably get a little better performance if you use some nice slick silicone oil in there, as opposed to sort of this thicker. It's probably some lithium molybdenum grease or something, which is great for gearboxes. I use it in gearboxes all the time, but on pistols I prefer sort of silicone oil. But those are the issues. And yeah, got a seam. Kind of proud. But they could have removed that, when they were making it. Just pretty easy to take off. But those are probably about it for sort of concerns in this thing. It performed pretty well. Fits a lot of gas in that mag. And hey, if you got the cash, oh, that's another thing too. No spare mags yet. Hopefully soon, but if you want 2 mags, you have to buy 2 guns. So, hey. It's a good thing that you can easily fill this mag, and you don't have to refill it between. You can get like 2 fills of gas out of the mag. So, if you like this gun, if you like this review, like, thumbs up, comment, subscribe, whatever. And stop on by to Master Hobbies. We're at 565 Main Street in Cherry Valley, Massachusetts, or you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/masterhobbies.